everyone! How are you? I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm Kate in Fantasylands, and this is the Bookworm Challenge. Half an hour earlier than usual. I'm completely out of breath. I don't know if that's going to be sustainable for the weeks to come. Fridays are hectic. Anyway, I'm not entering right away because I entered for just a few seconds on my main account and apparently the new flagship event is on, so the moment I enter, they're going to start talking. But I won't do the flagship event today. I'm going to continue with the Archon quest, and also I forgot to do something for my stream. Can you just wait 1 second?
It's just been one thing after another lately. Paimon could sure use a break. Why don't we go to Isa Bathhouse for a bit? Always nice to rest up before we set off again.
Okay. Everything is fine. They said their bit, and Lies. Who is Lie? Oh my. She has gotten Navia's Echo, which is absolutely awesome. And she's struggling with Nahida's and Kirara's. Be honest, I kinda struggle with Nahida's one as well. It's very difficult for me. I don't know. I don't know why. Well, to be honest, my Nahida build is not amazing. So that's probably
People
why.
ought not be so frightened of ghosts.
Anyway, let's
They
go
are
for
merely
the
talking
Archon quest. Wait, why are there so many things? I'm completely out of breath. I just finished like 1 minute before I was supposed to be here. Anyway, let's go. We are just about to ask about Cole's secret. It has to do with about her days with Dottore. I don't see any other option. She was injected with God remains, right? As far as I remember.
I thought we were going to speak alone. This is a lot more people than I was expecting.
That's almost the same group as before. Literally only Jet and Dia are not here.
What's wrong with it? Even the doctors at Dar al-Shifa allow patients to be accompanied by family members.
Oh, that's so cute. They think of her as family. Oh, and hi, look. I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm doing fine, thank you. And today is a very early stream to begin with. For the first time, I started this early.
Well, if Kale doesn't mind her secret being revealed, I have no problem with it.
Thanks for being so considerate, Miss Nicole. I don't know what secret you mean, but whatever it is, there's no need for me to hide it from my closest friends.
Oh, the sound is working, I hope. My microphone and the game, sometimes there is some weird problem. But I hope there is nothing today.
Closest friends! It's so nice to hear that.
We are here to support Kale through this.
All right. In that case, I'll get right to it. Kale, are you aware that there are God remains inside your body?
It is about that after all.
I am. When I was young, I got sick with Elazar. Nothing could cure it. The Fatui convinced my mom and dad that they could help, and I was sent to an unfamiliar place.
What do you mean I didn't recognize you, Luke? Huh? Wait. Luke, you're Manif? Wait, really? I did not recognize you. How can I recognize you if you've changed your name? But I've been thinking about you a lot lately because you were the one asking for me to play other games, and the moment I started playing another game, you disappeared. Hi, Mish. I hope you're having a lovely day.
There were a lot of other kids just like me there. This creepy guy injected us with some strange medicine, which I heard contained god remains. I can still remember the pain like it was yesterday. But thanks to the friends who've stuck by me all this time, I've gradually been able to overcome those memories. Anyway, so you're saying that what happened to me has something to do with the god remains they injected me with?
Wait, you're not Manif? I am so confused. I am so confused right now. Wait, I remembered. I have a vague memory of another look. And I thought I was mistaken, and now I'm super confused. I'm very bad with names. And so many people use different names for YouTube and for Genshin, which is even more confusing for me. I know, Mish, that you're not Manif. If I forgot someone that has appeared literally last time, I would have, like, that's too much. Even I'm not so bad with it. I absolutely understand Luke / Manif. I'm so confused still. I know that everyone can change their name on YouTube. I have done it myself. Oh my I'm so sorry, please. Okay, you're Manif. I will remember that Luke is Manif. Would you like me to call you Luke from now on? I'm really bad with names. This is so much for me. I'm so sorry. I do try to remember everybody. Even though I'm so bad at remembering names, I do deliberately try to remember absolutely everybody's name. I'm really sorry if I sometimes am not good at it.
Yes, those were the remains of Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers.
Oh, wait, what? Oh my, this is such a huge reveal. It was... Did we know about this from before? I'm sorry, my brain just got destroyed completely anew after the name debacle. It was Nabu Malikata's god remains? How did they get her god remains? Oh, Manif, thank you, that helps a lot. I'm really sorry. But I will remember that you also go by Luke. I never remembered the numbers, to be honest. That's what I should have remembered. Okay. How did they get Nabu Malikata's god remains?
What?
No one knew. I have not read absolutely everything from the manga, but it was not written there as well, right?
Huh. Fascinating.
You don't seem surprised like the rest of us. Why?
Why is he not surprised?
The possibility crossed my mind when Kale recited the Goddess of Flowers song and calmed the Jinn.
That's why. Okay, this makes a lot more sense now. Oh, don't worry, Manif. I'm doing fine, thank you. I'm completely blown away that it was Nabu Malikata's god remains, though.
You made Paimon jump! What are you doing here, Lilupar?
I was merely passing through when I heard the name of the goddess of flowers. Be assured that I share your surprise. You, with the hat. Are you certain? I sense no trace of the Lord of Flowers within her.
This is probably the rudest way someone has turned to the angel, Nicorine.
Well, it is a very small fragment. Unless special methods are used to manifest its power, even her closest acquaintances would find it near impossible to detect.
The special methods are poems and prayers. I know that. Wait. So let me first say this. I know that I am like a broken record when it comes to Venti, but yet again, we're shown the power of poems, of stories. Even though this has nothing to do with him whatsoever, I do wonder just how powerful he is. This is not Tainari's story quest. This is the new Archon quest from this patch. Oh, hi Mehu! I hope you're having a lovely day and bye, I guess. Thank you for joining. Kole has been injected with God Remains. Does that mean Kole is on Gnosis? I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. My stream timings, they're written on my YouTube thing. Today I started unusually early. Wait, let me... Oh my, I did something very bad. Oh my, if the stream stops, it's all my fault. Oh my, please tell me it's fine. Oh, okay. I did something very stupid. Let me copy them. It's pretty much the same as before. I'm going to stream Neverness to Everness the week after the next week. I'm having a lot of trouble with storage. So next week on Tuesday, I'm going to stream Hogwarts Legacy. Every other day, Genshin Bookworm Challenge. And then the week after that, Neverness to Everness for the first time. I'm the same as ever. Well, that's, I hope, a good thing. Anyway, let's see about Kole.
After the goddess passed away, her remains were scattered across the desert. King Dashret gathered all the pieces he could find and buried them in the eternal oasis. But some fragments remained unaccounted for. Eventually, the Fatui must have found a way to track some of them down. Presumably for use in some experiment. It's not an uncommon occurrence.
How? I always wondered actually what god were those god remains from, but I always assumed that it would be a god that was defeated in Snezhnaya, and yet they came all the way down to Sumeru for those things. That is... I wonder if those were the easiest to find. Why Neverness to Everness? I made a poll and Hogwarts Legacy continuation was first place, and then second place was Neverness to Everness. So that's the game I'm going to try. Honestly, I'm a bit afraid because I heard it's like GTA, so I'm not good at driving. I don't know how that's going to go. Today's actually a full 2-hour stream. I just started half an hour earlier. I will finish at, well, half an hour earlier than what was yesterday, but it will be 2 hours. I find the term God to be a bit vague. To be honest, yeah, I think they need to do a better job at explaining what exactly a god is. We already have a better explanation for what angels and dragons are, but I think they've never explained properly what are the gods, how were they created, and is each of them special in their own way, or if they share some kind of similarity. Space, my memory for the computer is very bad. I don't have a lot of storage for memory, and I need to delete something, and it needs to be something big. But anyway, let's continue.
You're more shaken than I thought. In one sense, you've been extraordinarily lucky. So many people who yearn for this kind of power never attain it, yet you have coexisted with her all this time without even realizing it.
I don't know what to say. I'm glad that I could help everyone with this power, really. But knowing that a fragment of the Goddess of Flowers is inside my body is... It's a strange feeling.
I wonder if this will have larger implications later. I also wonder how Nilu is going to respond to this. Archons are just the 7 that are representing the nations. They're the ones that received a gnosis after the Archon War. But they don't need to be gods before they become Archons, as we know from Mawika. I did pug Nico, I got her, and I won my 50-50. I was so happy. It has been a long time. I will definitely not delete Genshin. I have some videos from previous streams that are not so important to keep, so I'm going to be deleting them, but I have to be sure not to delete something that I might want to use later.
Well, people value their autonomy very highly. Even a well-intentioned intruder can shake one's sense of self.
I understand how you feel, Kale. But once you get used to it, you'll find it's nothing to be concerned about.
Actually, the only very certain thing we know about gods in general is that the moment they are to leave the mortal world, there are dire consequences unless they decide to return to the ley lines the way that Boreas did. The video in which I put is, I think, 206. From this stream, 206. At the very end of the stream. I'm pretty sure. Yes, 206 at the very end of the stream. Kale, Goddess of Flowers, to be a huge story point. That's what I think as well. But what I'm very interested in is, are they going to resolve that whole plot point here and now? Because there was something in the trailer that Kale was doing. Or are they going to do something in the future as well? That's a huge thing.
Huh. I guess you, of all people, have a good reason to speak on this.
2 good reasons, in fact. Incidentally, 3 is the maximum number of Hermanubis's Ba fragments that I could bear.
He can bear 3 of them? I have not done the second Sino quest again. There are some things that I don't know from here, to be honest. But I got more guiding notes. Oh my, this is going to spoil that whole quest, isn't it? Hermanubis, one of King Deshret's 7 pillars, Saint Hermanubis, the greatest of sages. The only one among the 7 pillars to ascend from humanity to the rank of a god's familiar. Born of the Tainar people, he was a sage and warrior known far and wide. Sincere, steadfast, kind and steady, he earned widespread respect. He was the guide of all priests, and within the academic world, he is honored as a foundational figure of desert civilization. Following the passing of King Deshret, Hermanubis led his people to the city of Tulaitula, where he founded the Temple of Silence to preserve and steward all manner of knowledge. To safeguard the lofty and hidden order, he shattered himself so that his power might be inherited by those who came after. To this day, the members of the Temple of Silence raise their voices in praise of Hermanubis. May his name endure through the ages, and his valor remain immortal across all time. As for his peers among the 7 pillars, whether they admit it or not, all held a deep-seated respect for Hermanubis. Even now, a millennium later, the mention of his name stirs memories of the days when they once gathered together in fellowship. Yeah, I think this spoils the whole quest. Nowadays, Genshin feels boring, really? I think they've done an amazing job with so many things. And also, yes, man, if this is the Bookworm challenge, I have to read absolutely everything, if you remember. The Archon quest until now has been pretty good. I don't want to spoil too much, but it has been very nice. Also, I wonder... Yeah, they have not changed Kolei's explanation after adding the thing about the god remains, which is very worrying, to be honest. I hope I've read Irminsul. Okay, Yehoda. Oh my, so much reading they've added to my... Archon quests were the easiest thing to do on the Bookworm challenge, and now it's not so much. Yehoda, a wind-treading shadow, the most capable employee of the Curatorium of Secrets, and also a young treasure hunter active in Notcry. She might normally seem reckless, like a lone boat swaying amidst the wind and waves, and utterly lacking in professional composure. But in moments of crisis, she always manages to advance and overcome, finding safe harbor in the end. This harsh land has taught her precious lessons in survival. Always imagine the worst possible outcome and hold to one's instinct to escape, but never give up easily on a problem lying before you. Also, never ever ever let go of the rudder in your hand. Oh my, it's very nice that she's being protected by pretty much everybody. You remember... What reminded you of the exams? Oh man, if I still haven't played the Wuthering Waves main quest. I have literally just updated the game. I've been doing so many things lately that... it's been very difficult to keep up. But I will play it soon. Please don't spoil it.
Let me guess. Because 2's company, but 3's a crowd?
Thanks for helping to explain the joke, Tainari.
It was just a joke. I thought he was talking seriously about... Never mind.
Not my intention.
Goddess preserve me. I should take my leave. This boy in his wolf's head hat speaks much too differently from the Hermanubis I remember.
Oh, poor Lilupar.
Kale, all I'm trying to say is, no matter how many Hermanubis fragments there are within me, you wouldn't think of me as Hermanubis. In the same way, you are simply you.
Is that true, however? We know that Rhine-daughter swallowed Naberius. Isn't... And she is affected by it. I actually like Genshin's graphics. I love the style. It's so pretty and cute. I do play Wuthering Waves, but I'm never going to play it on stream, unfortunately. I've heard that people can get in trouble because of streaming Wuthering Waves, and I am doing this as a hobby only. I can't risk, you know, so much stress. Rhine-daughter from the Hexen Circle and one of the sinners of Canria, she swallowed Naberius, one of the 4 shades. And in the trailer with the shades, we can see Naberius talking to Rhine-daughter, being intact within her mind, and even managing to affect her actions a tiny bit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So about that dream I had, was it a warning from the goddess of flowers?
Yes. Just like me, she was an angel created by the primordial humans, born with the instinct to guide living beings.
Wait, I've missed this as well. The goddess of flowers was an angel? I will tell you my thoughts after completing the main quest. I just don't know when I'll be able to.
Though her body and soul have perished, her essence retains its natural instincts. Even her smallest remaining fragments would do their utmost to send you that warning.
Wait, but they are calling Nabu Malikali as a goddess, and she has god remains after, passing over. Does that mean that angels and gods are similar beings? But I thought that Nico explained that angels were their own race, completely different from everything else. Nico is explaining everything about the goddess of flowers. She is the one that told Kole to contact everybody.
The mother of dreams? Lord of flowers and oases? She must have had a premonition. That is why she gave that dream to you.
Oh my man, if you're definitely getting lots of spoilers.
We won't let our efforts go to waste, but I still don't understand. Why me?
Yes. Why indeed? You weren't the only one injected with god remains, but only in you have her fragments persisted.
That's a very good question.
I suspect it may be because of the firm will you showed in the face of suffering. She was likely assimilated by that will.
Just because of Kole's resolve? Oh man, if I don't know why you're the only one talking. Mish was talking a lot in the beginning too. Angel and Sivam also appear from time to time, but I think they're busy too.
Of course, this doesn't mean you have to shoulder any extra responsibility. As this young man said, you are who you are, and that will not change. All right. Any further questions from the family members of the patient? If not, we should head to the mausoleum of King Deshret.
I really like that they're thinking about Kole as a family member. But I do have some thoughts about this that I might even make a video about, because there was one very suspicious thing in the beginning of the quest. Dottore has not appeared yet. He must appear. He was in the trailer. Yes, Miss Kole's situation is worth a lot of contemplation. I've always thought of Kole as a very interesting character, but now I have a lot of thoughts.
Let's move out. Time to put our plan into action.
We
Okay,
all
let's
hope
go.
it'll work. But will we really be able to open Aru? And even if all 7 pillars of King Deshret agree to let us proceed, the scale of the work to follow is daunting, to say the least.
Haven't you handled other big projects before?
I mean, the biggest project I've worked on to date is probably the Palace of Alcazarzaray, I guess? But this is orders of magnitude beyond that. It's a total nightmare.
Yeah, I think that's a completely different kind of task.
Look on the bright side. At least this time you're actually here when Sumeru needs you most. You won't have to come asking me for details after the fact.
Oh my, I remember this! The moment you finish with the Sumeru Archon quests, Kave appears. And he's like, what happened here? I remember that. It was such a funny way to introduce a character.
Mock me all you want. But now that I'm here, things will be resolved far more quickly and smoothly than last time.
Of course, Kabe. Oh, Manif, please don't worry. Just join whenever is good for you.
Kave's self-doubt disappeared in an instant. Like magic.
Yes, Manif, sleep is important. Please don't worry.
Well, this confidence is most gladdening. Now, go and pack your things. We'll head to the mausoleum as soon as you're ready.
Okay. Oh my, even Lai. Even Lai joined for a tiny bit, but she couldn't comment. I don't know if you remember Lai, but she's the first one who watched my streams a lot. Hope she's fine. Kaveh needs to be supremely annoyed to get started on work. Wait, Auhaitam is the one that doesn't want to work most of the time. Paru-san. I'm not missing anyone, right? They've been adding so many characters with which you can speak. Oh, this looks so cool though. Wait, Kole is also here.
Paimon! Thanks again for your notes. I'm done copying them, so here you go. You're welcome. Just let Paimon know if you ever need help again.
Actually, I never answered to Lai. Oh my. It's very complicated when I have to answer into different places. Okay, let's go. Wait, I was supposed to come here?
Oh, Miss Nicole. I heard you're a very talented sculptor. Is that true?
She's watching the stream and playing too. Yeah, she often does that actually. If I were a Genshin character, what would my element be? And what my weapon would be? I was talking this with Shaya, with Ames, and I think in the end we decided that I would be Hydro. I had not thought about it much, and since then I haven't thought about it much either, but I think Hydro is good for me. I do like justice. I like when things, you know, there is justice in the world. And I think my weapon would be a sword. A one-handed sword, because I did play fencing, so it's definitely my favorite.
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to blow my own trumpet.
Honestly, even though Kasharawar is best known for its focus on mechanics, plenty of Kasharawar scholars are quite serious about sculpting as a hobby.
Oh, they found each other.
So if they rate your work, that's enough for us. We just have to take a look.
Who's we?
Myself and a few other scholars. Kashif, Daneshvar, come take a look.
Is Nico going to make them a sculpture just out of nothing right now? Oh, Novilette doesn't play with a sword. But I do like his justice and all other ways to subdue everybody. Animo catalyst for you. Because you're enthusiastic about laziness and being at a distance from problems. Are you prepared to lose a loved one to get the animo powers? That's the thing that scares me. He is wearing a helmet because he has some kind of medical problem, it was. Yes, respiratory condition. And he pretends to be a robot in front of kids.
Oh, well, if you insist, I suppose there's no harm in showing you.
Novilette with a sword. I would like to say that. Oh, she is.
Whoa.
Where did that come from?
What exactly is the squirrel trying to do?
Look at the level of detail. It's so lifelike.
The squirrel descends from the heavens like a champion, and the earth trembles beneath its feet. What do you think? Striking, isn't it?
Kave? Kave, come here for a sec. Oh, and Madame Faruzan, didn't you used to study in our darshan? Come take a look.
Do these people know that there is a whole world-ending crisis going on right now, or have they forgotten about this whole thing?
All right, but hang on a moment. I have to finish reviewing this proposal first.
You called? What is it, youngster?
This squirrel statue. Ah, isn't it cute?
Oh, seriously, who does that? They're talking. Okay, I do that. I do go around saying cute this and cute that when there is a world-ending crisis, but I am outside of the game. It's not my world that's ending. I vote for Nicole because I really like her. I don't think she's good with Mawika, as far as I know, but I don't know. You have to ask somebody else. The squirrel is definitely the mightiest of beings.
Oh, a squirrel. I wouldn't say cute per se. The realism is what stands out to me. Were you trying to carve a statue of a hero, young lady?
Oh, a hero? I suppose so. Actually, I didn't really have a specific theme in mind. I just started working on it, and this is how it turned out.
I see. Well, do you tend to read novels about heroes in your spare time?
As a matter of fact, I do quite enjoy those. Everyone loves a good tale of daring do, right?
Then perhaps the statue represents the heroic tale you long to see deep down inside. Also on the subject of heroism, I feel that if the subject posed with a finger raised towards the heavens, it would lend a greater gravitas to the overall image.
Seriously, why are they talking about this? I mean, we are in the middle of something huge. Oh, you saw Sandrone's gameplay? I have not seen it. But I heard that it is something like Nuvilette's gameplay. I don't think I'll be pulling for her though.
I'm sure some would call it cliché or old-fashioned, but not me. I think it would be a perfect fit. It has a certain classical beauty about it. Kave!
Sorry, Madame Faruzan, I'm a little busy right now. Don't wait up for me.
What a pity. That young man has excellent aesthetic tastes. I was hoping to ask him for his opinion.
What a genius idea! Why didn't I think of that? Classical beauty is a great direction to explore. That's it. Once I get back, I'm going to sculpt a heroic squirrel pointing its finger towards the sky.
Why are we having this conversation right now? I'm so lost. It's just that there's so many characters that I like, and I really want to say for Snezhnaya. I can't decide before I actually see her, like the trailers and in-game. But for now, I am on the fence. You can spend your time being anxious or spend your time discussing statues of squirrels. Oh my, I wish I was the second one. I am such an anxious person. You don't see this on stream, but I wish I was like them actually. They're talking nonsense, but now that Mish explains it like this, I really wish I was a bit like them.
Precisely. A declaration of victory. You understand my vision. Then place the two statues face to face.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I would have not thought that Nico and Faruzan are going to get along so well, but it makes so much sense.
It'll be a masterpiece. Miss... I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
Just call me Nicole. Madame Faruzan? Was it?
Wait, why do I have to pull Skirk? I don't have Skirk, but I don't think I'm pulling her. I wanted so much in the beginning, but the pooling plans became very complicated, and I think I have to give up on the idea, unfortunately.
What? No, no, no. That wouldn't be right.
Why ever not? Madam is a state of mind cultivated from within. Anyone may call me Madam if they so desire. My dear Miss Nicole, once we make it through these trying times, should we have the pleasure of meeting again, I shall look forward to seeing your new work. In this day of age, it's rare to find people with an appreciation for classical aesthetics. Meeting you was truly a pleasant surprise.
Honestly, I feel the same way. It's been a long time since I met anyone interested in this style of statue. Clearly, they don't call you madam for nothing.
A whole friendship blossomed in the middle of such disaster. The hands look a bit weird, though. Oh, why do I have to pull Skirk if I don't pull Sandrone? I'm very lost. I never go for power. Power is the least of my concerns in Genshin, so I don't have to pull anybody.
Also, I have to say, you're a very good judge of character. Because when I think about it, I really am someone who likes stories about heroes. That must be why I've quietly kept watch over generation after generation of them.
Sorry, keeping watch over heroes? What exactly do you do for a living?
Oh my, she doesn't know she's an angel. They are literally already best friends, but they have no connection. They're not sisters or anything like this.
Oh, never mind that.
Let's not tell Madame Farrozan about Miss Nicole's true identity for now.
Why not?
Good idea. Let's limit the conversation to aesthetics.
Why do they want to keep... Why don't they want Farrozan to know about Nicole?
Let's not tell Madame Farrow.
Good idea.
The same thing that they say. Oh my Layla is here. He already talked with Kole. Kave is really busy. He doesn't even want to talk with me.
Oh, so many books. More than I could ever read in my life. But I've learned a lot that the textbooks could never teach me. I never realized that people in the distant past thought about some of the same questions we ponder today.
Oh, I just will go on without the cryo DPS, Manif. I never go for the meta or anything like this. It's very... I even made the calculations. You need 12 years to pay for a character that you pull only for a meta if you're just going to do it for a Primo Gems. I don't have such inclinations. Knowing Nico's status may create a perspective that interferes. Yeah, maybe. Maybe they just want... I don't know. Maybe you're right, Mish, but it was very weird. Anyway, let's talk with them.
What's wrong? You look a little depressed.
Kale got a fragment of the Goddess of Flowers, and all I got was one of the 7 pillars who served under King Deshret. I lost out, didn't I?
Oh my Sino, you're very cool. You don't need to compete against Kale.
That's what you're upset about? You're such a child.
Yeah, this like removes points of coolness from Sino. I don't like this. You have more than enough characters you pull on personality now. I've always only pulled for the characters I love.
Good to finally meet you in the flesh. It's a little surreal seeing you here after exchanging letters for so long. In my head, the boss of the Curatorium of Secrets didn't look so young.
Jed had connections with the Curatorium of Secrets? Never really is everywhere.
Sounds like you have some history then?
Any budding mercenary group needs a steady supply of intel. They, in turn, can prove an exceptional source of the same. The Curatorium of Secrets is happy to cooperate with friends from all over the world. If you're interested, you'd be very welcome to join our network too, Miss Dia.
Yeah, Sino is there, Nefer is there, pretty much everyone who is either from Sumeru or even decided to return to Sumeru is there. It's like a very serious situation they're in.
Can't say no to a solid partnership, especially out here in the desert. Having intel can mean the difference between life and death, but cooperation's built on mutual trust, and there isn't much contact between the desert and Nodcry. So I'm guessing you reached out to Jet first, Miss Nefer? What's behind your interest in the desert? Nostalgia? Or is there someone you're looking to take care of? Let's put all our cards on the table first. Things will go more smoothly that way.
Was a certain angel that made her come here. But yeah, look, all of these... Dottore is here. Yeah, I read about him. Pretty much everybody from Sumeru is in this quest. All these characters have appeared already.
I like your style, Flame Mane. Actually, I had this same discussion with Jet before we started working together. To be clear, I have no intention of using you for any ulterior motives, and I have no enemies in the desert as things stand now. Were that to change, I wouldn't drag outsiders into a conflict that doesn't concern them. There's no point in doing certain things if you don't do them yourself. Wouldn't you agree?
Well said. Taking responsibility for one's own affairs is the way of the desert folk. Huh. It's like you're one of us.
Wait, they don't know that she's from the desert?
You sure that's a compliment?
Absolutely.
I'll take it. Perhaps we can discuss our cooperation in more detail now?
Sure. I love working with no-nonsense people. And you certainly fit that description. I look forward to a fruitful partnership.
This would be a formidable alliance.
As do I, my friends.
Okay. I think I've talked with absolutely everybody. Go to the Great Hall of Truths. Let's go. I really love these maps they added. Wait. This is where we came with
I hope
Jet?
everyone's ready. We'll be arriving at our destination very shortly.
You think Dia is just jealous of Nefer? Really? I honestly didn't get that. But maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? This place looks so amazing. Yeah, this is definitely one of the temples where, you know, you have to do all the puzzles.
Why, we've not seen so many visitors ever, really. What is this place now, a tourist attraction?
I love Toph's voice so much. By the way, I love Sumeru's aesthetics. It's so beautiful in the desert.
Closer inspection reveals many familiar faces. To what do we dusty old fellows owe the honor? Surely you're not just here to chat.
It really reminds me of Yoroi, actually. I don't know if it's the same voice actor or not, but that's what it reminds me of.
You surmised correctly. We are here to carry out a rather enormous project.
Ho, enormous, you say? How large, then? Larger than the gaping void in our lives? Why, you've even put a smile on Goatee and Croco's faces. All this activity is making for quite the special day.
Wait, did they add? They did not add these ones. Interesting, I mean, because they only explained about these three in an event, so many people wouldn't know about them. Yoroi is the very big tanuki in what was it? Jinju Forest? Oh, it's a very beautiful forest in Inazuma that I forgot the name of.
I know that laugh. Lilipar? What on earth are you doing here?
Oh, this is hilarious. Turns out good things really do come to those who wait. As long as you stay alive long enough. When did you three get locked up in here? And still you act all high and mighty, putting on a show for the younglings. Truly hysterical.
Why, you? Yes, I know. No need to shout. You're right, Lilipar. Goatee, Croco, and I all have the same problem. But didn't King Deshret seal you away? How did you break free, and how did you get in here?
Who knows? Perhaps you can ask my master one day, should you ever get the chance. Behold, the executioners of old. Some have turned into fragments residing in human bodies, and others are imprisoned eternally, leaving not a single shard behind.
Yes, Jinju Forest, exactly. That's the one. I was so close and yet so far.
It's almost tragic, watching lowly prisoners like you act all self-important. Curiosity gnaws at you, doesn't it? Your interest in the outside world threatens to burst you at the seams.
She's taunting him so much.
I'm starting to take a liking to this magic bottle lady.
Oh my, that's a partnership I don't want to see. That's going to be too much. Never with Lilipar, that's too much. Yeah, that place is extremely beautiful.
Time is of the essence. Let's get down to business. We come to you, O three ancient lords, to request your assistance on behalf of the Academia. If we can help you regain your freedom, then please consider lending us your aid. As for precisely what we need your help with, it's a long story. So, to demonstrate our sincerity, we are prepared to first resolve the problems that plague the three of you.
All right, stop arguing, Croco. And Goatee, don't you start. What's the harm in letting her speak? It's not worth getting so angry about. Forget about her. The three questions are the crucial thing here.
Why is there an NPC from a world quest? Literally the whole of Sumeru is trying to solve the problem. All the new sages, Lilipar, Jet is here. Yeah, all of them are here trying to help. Because what we are attempting to do is probably close to impossible.
But do you really have a way to answer them? You once answered the final question, Nefer, but the seal did not open. Unless, with the passage of time, you have found a new answer?
You could say so. When you first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, my answer was a liar's soul. Liars are the best at seeing through the falsehoods of the world. But if you want them to tell you the truth, you have to reach their soul.
I think that makes sense.
I found it quite compelling myself, and I told Nefer so. Unfortunately, it brought us no closer to liberation.
Well, that's simply because it was my answer, not the one King Deshret was looking for.
Can you guess which answer Al-Ahmar wanted then?
Time.
Oh, that makes so much sense. You know what they say about lies. And inevitably they're found out. The truth comes out. The one thing that can show if something is true or not is literally time.
And that's not only the answer to the final question. It's the answer to all three of them. All things wax and wane with the passage of time. Love and hate eventually fade into nothing.
Now that I hear the answer, that it makes a lot of sense. Wait, Manif, what? They're trying to enter Aru. That's what they're trying to do. But for Rio this time.
Current affairs are always fraught with conflict and controversy. Only time can distinguish between right and wrong. You once described King Deshret as a proud man. I'd say that the prouder someone is, the more inclined they are to believe that only time is qualified to be their judge.
Oh, you're sad you didn't pull Nefer. She's really cool. I really struggle with her playstyle, but she's really cool.
Time. Well. Indeed. Perhaps in building Aru, our king was in fact attempting to reverse time, to bring love and hate, right and wrong, the rise and fall of all things back to their point of origin.
Wait. So what King Deshret was actually trying to build is literally the place where Columbina went. The place where the more you move forward, the more you return back in time. Deshret might have known about this place. He might have known. It's very probable that he knew about the shades and about the other truths about the world of Teyvat. But if he knew that such a place exists, why would he want to create his own? Because he couldn't enter where Columbina did? What's happening? Wait, they're released? I can't believe that we are actually seeing the three of them in real life? I would have thought that this would have been spoiled to me in some random way already. I can't believe I haven't seen them. They look amazing.
This is the most eventful day I have experienced in a long time. You have my sincere gratitude.
I have my sincere hope that they won't create problems in the future.
Are those 3 of the 7 pillars?
Yes. You're still confused? We literally just released 3 of the 7 pillars. King Deshret had put a riddle for them. They were to be locked inside their prison for all time until they find the person who can answer their questions. Yeah, he should have been an ibis, Mish. You're right. One of them looks a bit like a wolf, although I don't think it's exactly a wolf. Oh, man, if you have to go, see you another time then. Thank you for joining today.
Turns out the statues were quite faithful to the source.
Were they? They looked a bit different.
You 3 seem to be in good spirits.
Prison can help a person grow and learn to cherish what they have. Nevertheless, after everything you've done for me, I sincerely hope you never have to experience it for yourself.
They look awesome.
Hello, Nefer.
It's good to see you, Thoth, the Ibis King.
He's even called the Ibis King, Mish. You absolutely are right. They should have given him an ibis head.
Nice. Definitely puts my mind at ease, seeing you 2 getting along so well.
Should we maybe introduce ourselves, or...
Sure. I'm Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. This is General Mahamatra Sino. And this is the former Spantamot sage, Cyrus. But I'm guessing none of that means a whole lot to you.
Okay, Manif, good night. See you another time. Thank you for joining.
Everything is equally new to us, in truth. We've been gone from this mortal world for longer than you can imagine.
Oh my, they're going to add all of them now.
Let's hold off on the introductions for now. We can always ask Nefer about you later. It'll give me something to talk about with my chosen disciple.
It doesn't look like a wolf. Wait, that's not a wolf at all.
You're like a helpless parent.
This one looks good. It's strangely cute. Oh my, okay. Rishaf. One of King Dashret's 7 pillars, the Minister of Ministers, the Goat King. He could once have stood among the gods, only to be defeated by King Dashret and brought into his service. Among the 7 pillars, the Goat King embodies the rulership of King Dashret. His manner is enigmatic, his thoughts meticulous. He is the executor of King Dashret's authority, yet he prefers to remain neutral. Generally, unless a matter of great consequences arises, Herishaf will offer no concrete opinion. Silence is his cunning, and observation his wisdom. It is hard to say why he has come to be this way, yet that is the way he exists. Even after being confined within Aru, he seems essentially unchanged. Oh my, please don't worry, Manif. I did have like I wouldn't say it was a special stream, but I made like a small, like a short on YouTube, and then many people joined for that stream, and it was very cool. I was very happy to see everybody. And see you in a few weeks, Manif. Okay, this one looks so cute for some reason. Tough. One of King Dashret's 7 pillars, the Scribe of Scribes, the Ibis King. Once a moon envoy, he could once have stood among the gods, only to be defeated by King Dashret and brought into his service. Among the 7 pillars, the Ibis King embodies the wisdom of King Dashret. He is exceedingly cunning, possessed of formidable intellect and prowess, for offering counsel to King Dashret. Within Sumerus academic circles, some scholars believe that many of the desert's upheavals can be traced to this clever king. Certain texts record him as a flatterer and a god of deceit. After being imprisoned in Aru by King Dashret, Toph bestowed 3 gifts: the power of deceit upon the Tulaitula noble Goldars, the power of being loved upon the Tulaitula royal heiress Makhaira, and the eyes of seeing through hearts upon a girl of the Shimti, Nefer. The long ages of torment have softened Toph considerably, and his constant stream of jokes and witticisms now makes him seem notably more approachable. Actually, Toph is exactly the reason I'm a bit stressed that they're all released. Like, yes, right now he's all about the jokes and, we'll get along well with Sino, but what he did to Godars and to Makhaira, he literally brought them to their untimely end. He was not a kind god in the past. And I wonder how much he has changed truly. Okay, last one, Sobek. One of King Dashret's 7 pillars, the captain of captains, Sobek, the Crocodile King. He could once have stood among the gods, only to be defeated by King Dashret and brought into his service. Among the 7 pillars, the Crocodile King embodies the strength of King Dashret. While ruling over war with a hot-tempered and straightforward nature, he also blesses the land with abundance. His statues are commonly found in oases and water temples. Legend tells that he was King Dashret's foremost general, who campaigned across many lands. Awed by his raw strength, tenacity, and fury, some mercenaries secretly worship him as their god. Sobek was once competitive and bellicose, but after being imprisoned in Aru alongside Herishaf and Toph, he had to pass the time with tabletop games. and has since grown more easygoing. I do wonder how different they are.
Gods and people of yore are not necessarily welcome in today's world. Self-awareness is one of my finest qualities. I thought I ought to share its fruits with you two.
He's so cute. Like, he's not supposed to be cute, but he looks like a little puppy dog.
Is that so? Well, I think we'll take it in stride, just as we did with the 3 questions. Let's not forget, it was my persistence that won you both your freedom.
Oh, that Adeptus from Genuve was beautiful. I really loved her as well, Mish.
Fair point. I have to applaud your persistence.
And I must praise you for your wisdom. Now, state your wishes, young ones.
I'm sorry?
Why, your tremendous accomplishments deserve a reward, do they not? You must let us do something for you in return.
General Mahamatra, what do you think?
I won't beat around the bush. Sumeru is facing a crisis the likes of which have never been seen before. And we need your help.
Sino and Nafis recount the serious incidents.
Every calamity throughout the ages has been connected to us in one way or another, whether we were its cause or consequence.
That have transpired in Sumeru recently. They remove it so quickly. Who could have thought that a fish could be cuddly? I don't know.
Whatever is wrong with Ermin's soul, it severely affected the Dendro Archon. She fell into a coma and is currently receiving treatment from the Dendro Dragon.
The Dendro Dragon? I'm sorry, the Dendro Dragon is helping to heal the Dendro Archon?
Yeah, it's just as unbelievable for everybody else as well.
Not a pep, surely. Not vicious, cruel a pep who possesses no virtues aside from her basic instincts. Ah, good heavens.
Well, to be honest, I kind of had the same feelings when we first went to Apep.
Oh, I shudder to think what could have caused Lesser Lord Kusanali to suffer such a plight. Still, why would the Dendro Dragon lend you her aid? She has always held nothing but contempt for the Archons. I suppose she and Kusanali must have some history.
You can help us make history too.
A smooth talker. Well said, lad.
Currently, no one can connect to Ermin's soul. We hope that by opening up Aru and making some modifications to it, we can use its technology to our advantage.
Yeah, but can we do that? Is the real question. Oh my... Mish, I don't think that's going to happen, but honestly, I didn't think about that. That she could have just lied to us, and now my anxiety is through the roof. No, Nahida will be fine. Look, if Apep does something to Nahida, Apep will not survive. Nahida is one of my 4 favorite characters. I'm sorry. We're going ballistic. I'm going to defeat Apep with Novilette again. For the 1000th time.
Unfortunately, Aru is an imperfect creation. King Deshret never managed to realize his full vision before his death. Much remains to be done if it is to be pitted against Irminsul itself. Besides, I hear your reasons, but to give Aru up over such would be...
The archaeological records clearly indicate that although Aru's construction took a long time, it was not beyond human means to achieve. Modern technology should solve the efficiency issues. We have no choice but to go all in on this.
This is by no means a threat. But the only reason we helped you escape from Aru was to gain the necessary leverage to negotiate with you. You asked us to state our wishes, and we have. Each one of us here needs your help, as do all the thousands of people living in Sumeru. They need you, and they need Aru.
What do we think, my fellow old fogies? Shall we lend our support or not?
They already said that they would help us. They can't back out now.
Since you ask so nicely, naturally.
Okay.
Naturally what? Are you for or against?
I thought naturally, yes.
I simply mean we shall do what comes naturally. You claim that you wish to open Aru. Know you then that the golden slumber created by King Deshret is preserved within?
Kinda, yeah. Golden slumber. The early form of the ideal paradise envisioned by King Deshret, free from all limits and constraints. In essence, it is an illusory realm formed from the convergence of countless souls and minds. Kinda what we could have done in Natlan, actually. And by kinda, I mean exactly what we could have done in Natlan with that dragon technology.
We do. We understand the risks involved.
In all likelihood, the mortal world will never again be able to replicate King Deshret's work. Never will there be another chance to come so close to creating a utopia. Knowing this, are you sure of your decision?
We are sure. Before people can dream, they must first live.
If your minds are made up, very well. We shall summon our erstwhile colleagues to discuss this further. Saint Chesepank, Saint Bennu. Once you surrendered to silence and were buried with King Deshret. But now, we invoke the right to awaken you with our voices.
Wait. They can awaken the other pillars? I can feel this strange sensation. The ground is trembling as if answering the call of the Goat King.
Saint Bennu, responding to your call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous will.
They're also like machines. The way they talk.
Saint Shezbank, responding to your call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous will.
Ah, Lord Herreshoff. What a long time it has been. I trust you are keeping well.
Then your trust in my well-being has long outlived your physical body. You have always opened with that same phrase, in life, death, and now even beyond.
Al-Akmar is long gone. What is the reason for this meeting?
You're awake? Good. We are voting on whether to give the people of present-day Sumeru access to Aru and permit them to perform technological renovations. You have the right to support or oppose the motion.
Are we really betting all our marbles on them voting for us to try to do this? Oh my. We don't know if we can even do this in Aru. And now we have this on top of everything?
Aru is the pride of Al-Ahmar. Opening Aru requires the unanimous consent of the 7 pillars. I hope you have a convincing reason to present to us.
All of them have to agree? I know that I joked in the beginning of the quest that our plan is basically a Varka level plan where we just hope that things will end up well. But I just realized how many things we are hoping that will end well.
Sumeru is currently in the midst of a major calamity. Let us not forget that while Al-Ahmar was a stern ruler, he was also a teacher of wisdom. A god without his people shall cease to exist, and King Deshret's greatest wish was to provide protection for his people. Let us then honor our God King's wishes as we consider our decision.
I do not mean to mock these proceedings, but what is the point of a unanimous vote when we know that the last of the 7 pillars, the Dendro Dragon Apep, will never communicate with us?
She has to. She has to. She's already helping Nahida. She has to accept.
This will no doubt surprise your mechanical mind, and I have no intention of trying to persuade you it is true. But Apep is, in fact, healing the Dendro Archon as we speak.
Huh? Can someone attest to this? Do we have any proof?
What Nahida gave us.
I ask the three kings, can any of you vouch for the truth of this claim?
Naturally, the Ibis King, Thoth.
What?
What?
Okay, I'm not the only one confused.
It was Thoth's disciples who revealed the truth to us. We need not debate its veracity. Simply let Thoth bear accountability. That way the rest of us may have a clear conscience.
I hope you like your bread and honey. Wait, so they're making everything Thoth's responsibility? I mean, it works for us.
Harishef, you diabolical fiend.
I awakened our former colleagues for you, supported your opinion, and backed your decision. What sort of fiend would do that?
I miss the days when Hermanubis was still around. At times like this, he would offer to take accountability.
What are you trying to say? Is my word worth less to you than Hermanubis's?
Oh my, do we have time for all this bickering?
Hypocrite though you are, Lord Thoth, you are humorous in equal measure. How could we bear not to associate with a character such as you? I, Saint Shezpank, approve the Goat King's proposal.
Since King Deshret is no more, we shall receive no reprimand for acting beyond our remit. Nevertheless, I sincerely hope that those before us understand the significance of what they intend to do.
I don't know what they were doing with this quest at this point. Everything was so tense in the beginning, and now we've spent like 1 hour just talking about sculptures and bickering between gods. Don't they know that Sumeru is about to end?
Remember, the moment that Aru is liberated, the myriad souls residing within the Golden Slumber will return to the ley lines. And once the ley lines flow again, these souls shall in turn be received by Irminsul.
Is that a problem? Is there some kind of soul that would be problematic for Irminsul or something?
To take this step is to bring the perfect afterlife created by our king to a permanent end.
We understand that well, and we have decided to proceed regardless. Furthermore, the contemporary human perspective would contend that confining souls in this way is no act of benevolence. The deceased have a right to rest in peace.
Do we actually have evidence that they are resting in peace within Irminsul? I know that we are taught that souls return to Irminsul and to the ley lines, but the Irminsul was modeled in this form by the heavenly principles. We actually have no idea what happens to the souls exactly, and if they're in peace.
King Deshret's creation is clearly a place of rest and peace. It is just that many do not see it this way. But no matter. Saint Binu approves.
It was their destiny to discuss. It was all written in the stars, right?
Hermanubis' representative and the Dendro Dragon Apep made their choice ahead of time, while the Goat King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King have also granted permission to liberate Aru.
I think this will come to bite us in the butts later, because we technically haven't asked Apep about all of this. Apep has agreed to help Nahida, that's for sure, and she's doing it because Nahida helped her in the past. But I think that the only thing that Apep wants to do is actually help Nahida. She doesn't really want to save Sumeru. Well, that's going to be a problem for another day.
By the grace of His Majesty, guided by His wisdom and will, let the gates of Aru be reopened.
The souls are already coming out of Aru?
What's this? Are we under attack?
No.
No. Wait,
It's her father! These look like souls. Silhouettes approaching us from within the light. Then pass through our bodies like wind through a veil.
Here you are. Through the sands of time. I see you.
We have a reunion between the two of them?
Father. Father, is it really you?
I was so happy when I saw that the Jet is part of this quest, but in a million years I wouldn't have guessed that she would reunite like this.
It's Jet's father, Jibriel! That's right! He entered the golden slumber, didn't he?
I smell blood and sand on you. You've grown. Strong as a wild beast, and without shedding a tear.
I don't know how epic this quest is going to be at the end, but just this is enough for me. Those quests in the desert with Jet, they're one of my favorite things in Genshin. And I would have never thought that we would see such a reunion after so much time has passed.
You have to leave, don't you? Please, just answer me this. What should I do for you?
This meeting is a blessing from the gods. My soul, once imprisoned along with that of Semail, is finally free. I am truly grateful for the chance to see you again. That the dead should meet the living is itself a miracle. One brief, precious moment is enough. Enough to set my heart at ease.
This is one of the most wholesome things.
Do not weep for me, Jet. I know you will accomplish many great things in your life. You will go further and climb higher than I ever did. All I ask is that you take good care of yourself.
What more can a father say, right?
Father! Father! Father.
Hey, Jet. Do you want something to eat?
Oh my Paimon.
Maybe it'll help you feel better.
Is she talking about food right now?
I'm fine. Thanks, Paimon. It was just a little sudden. The chance to see my father again meant the world to me. He was trapped in the golden slumber for our sake. And now, after all this time, he can finally rest in peace. I'm glad. It's a huge relief.
You've grown strong, Jet. More than enough to fend for yourself.
Yeah. I'll leave the past in my memory where it belongs. My family, the good times and the bad.
This was an ending that I thought we would never get to see.
Goodbye, Father.
I can't believe it.
Ah, me, what a touching reunion that was.
Oh my God.
It seems we did a good deed today.
After such a touching moment and... Okay, never mind.
We three retainers, once imprisoned for our iniquity, are surely the least qualified to judge whether this deed is good or bad. Either way, Aru is open. Now you have your opportunity, and with it, whatever trouble may ensue.
Let's go.
Although Aru was created by a god, human craftsmanship was nevertheless required to build the gate that connects it to this world. Perhaps the relationship between gods and humanity follows a similar principle.
As for your proposed renovations, we cannot determine which functions to keep or discard. Proceed as you see fit, but please entrust the task to your most accomplished scholars, or Bennu will be most displeased.
Okay.
It matters not. The Ibis King shall be accountable if any problems arise. Ibis, you chose to take on disciples, and so it follows that you must accept the risks of associating with humans.
If I'd known you'd be like this, I would have locked all of you away in Aru, never to leave again for all eternity.
All of us? What does this have to do with me?
Vilify me no further. Scholars, since you have liberated Aru, allow me to present you with a gift. Using Aru's power, we shall install a defense mechanism at our king's mausoleum. You must be guarded even against Irminsul itself. This shall afford you some convenience, unseen and unheard. From this moment forth, none may by sight or hearing perceive anything said or done within the mausoleum.
That should be very useful against the Fatui that are already here, right?
Amazing. And all this is achieved just with the power of Aru?
With technology from the heavens, the possibilities are endless. Just because King Deshret did not use it for this purpose does not mean that it cannot be done. So, marvel away. This is the reward you have earned.
Okay.
All right. Well, that resolves the issue of confidentiality. What about the technical side? Do we have the manpower?
Why, yes. I've already contacted them. They'll be here soon.
Has he contacted the Fatui? Why do I get this very strange feeling right now? A Sophos to Emptiness, that's the end of the quest? Wait. Wait, that's the next act. Wait, I've done only the first act of this chapter. Okay, that's interesting to know. I can't believe this was the end of the first act of this patch. Wait, there are more? Okay. Let's talk with everybody. Wait for the researcher to arrive. I really am wondering who is going to arrive. The new Grand Sage didn't appear to be a bad guy, but I was very suspicious of him in the beginning. Yeah, what is going on with the Traveler and the Sibling is one of the greatest mysteries of Genshin. I have so many theories. Every next one more far-fetched than the first one. So I have no idea. I have no idea what they're going to do with the siblings, Mish. Oh my, I have only half an hour. I don't want to start the next... Oh my, this is going to be such... Wait. I cannot teleport? I'm still in the... This is very bad. This is very bad because the new event started and I really have to think how to deal with my Bookworm challenge. A sort of a parallel world which caused me to think Kole might be in a... Kole might be in a different world? Why Kole? The idea that the twins could actually be from parallel worlds is very interesting to me. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the thing. Yeah, I can leave the quest and re-enter later, I know. It has saved just now, so it's not a problem, but I just have to think very carefully how to manage everything for the Bookworm challenge. Sometimes it's very tough, actually. I know it doesn't sound like a big challenge. I mean a difficult one, but sometimes the planning is really ridiculous. Okay, let's talk with everybody.
Fresh air. A wondrous feeling.
Naturally.
Ah, I have a sudden urge to stretch my legs. Can anyone recommend a suitable leisure activity?
I might have had some recommendations for you were this the past. But here and now, for someone who has just left prison, there could be no greater joy than simply being outside of it at last.
I could not agree more.
I hope they don't create problems in the future. They're not from parallel worlds, but when they were separated, one was put into a fake world. Might be. But I wouldn't also be surprised if there were twins in two parallel worlds, and one of the twins is from this world while the other is from the parallel world. It's a crazy theory. I don't have any evidence for it. It's something that I literally just thought when you told me about parallel worlds. I told you, this is one of the greatest mysteries, and I don't think we'll know for a very long time, unfortunately.
As I thought. The so-called 7 pillars of King Deshret are as underwhelming as ever.
What do you mean? Not a fan of the boys' club?
As men, as individuals, and even as gods, they are entirely undeserving of my attention.
Oh my little bar.
Al-Akhmar once commanded me to select a king from among the people. So naturally my eyes will open only for one who is worthy.
Ugh. Can we talk about something else? It all sounds pretty complicated, and I haven't read that many storybooks.
You think this is a mere story? Well, many would also say that the journey you shared with your father is not but a tale. My life, your life, they are nothing but stories. Little girl, it appears that you really have grown. In the past, you would have flown into a blind rage at my words, but now you are unperturbed.
Oh, it's nothing. I just feel like you're right. Getting all pissed at someone for telling the truth is pointless. It only makes me look petty.
This alone is proof enough of your growth. You're doing well, my dear girl. You're becoming ever stronger. Strong enough to defend the people and things you hold dear.
You think so? I hope you're right.
Jet has really changed. I really want her to be playable. She would be awesome. They're the same person? That's a whole other possibility in my opinion. It's so confusing about the twins. Honestly, I think at the very end, Genshin will show a very simple thing. As simple as the answer being time here. And it will blow my mind away.
You must be Sethos, the successor to the Temple of Silence. Hello.
Yep. That's me. Nefer, right? That's what I heard the others calling you. Judging by your outfit, I'm guessing you come from the desert too?
That's right. Started off in the desert, went to the rainforest, then went from there to Nodcry, where I work as an intel broker.
Wait, we're getting close to the end of the game? Didn't Hoyo said that we're about in the middle of the story? I have this kind of recollection. We do get some resolutions, ones that I didn't even expect, like Jet meeting her father. I do think that they're connecting a lot of things, but I'm not so sure about us being close to the end of the game. That's something that I just don't see. I think they talked about it for the Not Cry special livestream, where the developers themselves talked about Genshin. I have this recollection, but it was a long time ago, like a year from now.
Huh. Well, this is interesting. You don't seem to talk about yourself all that much. Yet here you are, volunteering your life story to me. However abridged.
Maybe I'm looking to make some new friends.
I like making friends too. I'm easier to talk to than Sino and a little more streetwise than Tainari.
Actually, I think they did. I think they said that we're in the middle. I'm not sure because it was a long time ago, but I have this memory. I think it was the one for Not Cry, but it is a very long live stream. Someone really has to check me to be honest. What was I was about to say actually? Never mentioned Setos even before coming to the desert. The very first time we get to not Cry and we meet with her, or very close to that point, she was telling us that she knows a lot of things. She does know obviously about Sino, and then she goes on, I even know about Setos. Very matter-of-factly. And now she's discussing things with him? I wonder what her motives are. I wonder what she wants to do.
Which is why you came over this way, giving me the chance to strike up a conversation with you.
Was I that obvious?
I think you did fine. You were mindful of my attitude and hoped to lure me in through sentiment.
Lure you in isn't exactly how I'd put it. I see it more as an invitation.
An invitation to what?
To put down your luggage. Lay down your burdens. To return to your homeland. And be truly welcome in the place you once felt so estranged from.
You're a more interesting heir to Bamun than I was expecting.
Setos is her son? I don't think so. I sincerely doubt this.
Since you're familiar with my grandfather, I'll assume you're aware of our situation. I'd like to make friends with you. And I think you'd be a great asset to us.
Oh, he has an angle too.
Not to mention the power you and I both hold. Originally belonged to the same organization.
Aha, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh my, continue the conversation. Okay. Wait. Oh, I'm supposed to go somewhere there. Okay, let's talk with these guys. Wait, they don't voice this one? And what's your prize student doing? What else would he be doing? Whatever yours is, Always with them, I suppose. Huh, these kids are rarely apart, are they? Our elders always said that your school days stay with you forever. This goes doubly so for Sumeru, where school days can be long indeed, wouldn't you say? Well, does it look like I'm immune, saddled as I am with you and Zahahadi? Oh, what's that? Tired of us already? And speaking of Zahahadi, she mentioned out of the blue how you'd doodle on your books while studying. That's hardly all I used to do while hitting the books. She said that you once circled the name of the murderer in a detective novel, and that, just in case someone missed it, you even wrote the murderer is so-and-so as a hint. On the title page, no less. Oh no. The Farza Nico team up was extraordinary. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Did I now? I suppose I always was the creative type. Oh, laugh it up, would you? Young Cyrus really was a budding genius, wasn't he? Full of wild ideas, more like. You're still very much that kid, you know. A living example of how your school days stick with you. As they have with you, you straight-laced prig. Oh my, what are they making me read? You know that. You know what? Let's leave it at that. Might as well bear with one another rather than expect us to turn our lives around or something. Truth be told, you should probably keep an eye on Sino and his friends. We all need to tread more carefully than we used to. I will. Take care of yourself as well, alright? Don't let the pressure get to you. Why do they have to keep an eye on Sino and everybody?
Do you hear that? Sounds like your teacher is scolding mine.
Oh my, they're talking about What happened just now?
Huh. Classic.
Did you see her? She's a former Vahumana student who dropped out of the academia and went to Nodcry to work as an intel broker. There's more to her than meets the eye.
Sino knows about her?
How can you tell? Do the Matra have information on her?
Some, but nothing telling. I'm basing it on the fact that she seems to be an expert liar. She can fool many with her words.
There are already so many things we know about Nefer. From the Archon quest, we literally saw within her memories. And also, you know, if you get Nefer, you do an additional quest with a story left from her father. So, we also know from the event about how she got the chess set and everything. Are there more mysteries to her? Or are they just wondering about the things that the traveler already knows?
A sixth sense for liars after investigating so many of them, I take it?
Yep. What about you? What do you make of her?
A little earlier, in the corner, I noticed she gave some supplies to Jet and had her deliver them to the main group.
We already know that she's helping people in the desert as well.
She's meticulous and highly observant.
Besides, what was it you said? Making it to the top is no easy feat in any profession. Anyone who's at the top of their game has to have some sort of edge over others.
It's true, but she's not the only one at the top of her game. I also am, and so are you.
They've made Sino sound so... They're literally kid-like. I don't understand where they're going.
Sure, but what's to guarantee she won't overhear us talking about her?
Oh, she definitely knows.
Don't worry. I have my methods. Sethos is distracting her.
I don't think his method worked so well.
Ah, I see.
I think Nefer knows absolutely everything. I'm sorry, she's really scary. If you think about it. I know that she helps a lot in the plot, in the story. But she's a very scary individual. Like, I would not want to cross her. Ever. I think I've talked with absolutely everybody. Oh my, I literally have like 17 minutes. I really shouldn't start the next part of the Archon quest. This is so annoying. I think I have enough time to... Oh no, I don't think I have enough time. I don't want to start something and then have to stop it midway. I really want to enjoy the story. So, I know it's a bit earlier than what I promised, which was like 17 minutes from now. But I think I will stop here for today. And I will have to... Oh my... On Monday, I actually have to do the event. Wait, let me just exit from here. How do I exit? Okay. Oh wait, I can at least take my Primo Gems. Okay, I actually have to strategize. There are several big things that... Wait. Where am I? Wait, let's not do something stupid. Let's unlock this Statue of the Seven. Nefer would crumble if she had a battle of wits with Faruzan. She might. If she doesn't call Faruzan madam. I bet that Nefer knows about Faruzan. I know that she knows how to play her, to be honest. It would be very suspicious if she doesn't. Okay, let's strategize. There are 3 big things that I really have to do next week if I want to survive the Bookworm challenge. Oh my, I didn't think this patch will be so difficult. I really thought it was going to be one of the easiest patches. There is one more Archon quest. There is the flagship event.
Add Astra.
And there is also...
Thank you for complete...
the thing with Nicole. Where is it? No, this is the event. The thing with Nicole should be this one.
He who wishes.
Ad Astra.
Okay. This is going to be the plan. On Monday, I'm actually going to start with the main event. I'm going to do, at the very least, the first main story quest from there, and as much of the smaller quests and games as possible. And I will try to do Nicole's first week quest. Because I have to start with it. I can only do one a week for that. Okay. Yes. On Tuesday, I have to play another game, as I've promised, so I'll be playing Hogwarts Legacy, and I won't be able to progress with the Bookworm Challenge.
Which should I choose?
And on Wednesday, I think I'll try to finish the main event completely. I know that this is a big task, but it might be possible. It depends on how big the event is. And then I'll try to start on Thursday. Oh my god, it's getting so bad. On Thursday with the rest of the main Archon Quest event. With the Archon Quest. Oh my. I can do it. I started the Bookworm Challenge and I am determined to finish it. No matter how difficult they make it for me. Those guiding notes. That's the thing that took so much time. You realize that I think I spent like a full hour just on them. Okay, that is going to be the plan. I hope it's a good plan. Okay, anyway, I do have to go now because Fridays I do have like real life stuff to do after the stream and I can't be late for them. My cry must have been terrible. I think deep down I just hate myself and that's how I'm punishing myself. But look, no matter how difficult the challenge is sometimes, I actually really enjoy doing it. Even when... Oh my, I haven't read my mails. I can't do this right now. Okay. Anyway, I will return tomorrow. No, oh my, tomorrow. I'm going crazy. On Monday. I will return on Monday with the Bookworm Challenge. I will finish this challenge one day. But anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching and for chatting with me. And I hope to see you another day. Bye bye for now.
Which should I choose?
People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows.